fine. That is normal and average for us.
I try so hard to not make that the case.
It's fine.
I still have Footloose stuck in my head, so that's the theme of Tatiana today.
I'll make sure that we finish on time because 30-odd kids and I'm gonna buy pizza for them because what's more than...
You're gonna bribe them with pizza.
Pizza.
Well, I've got about $300 worth of like snacks and chips and drinks and cakes already there. So
we'll be there later, Tim.
Lock-ins. I'm like, let's throw it at the kids. If they're eating, they're not doing anything else. Was the idea.
I was about to say that heavily depends on the age of the children.
Church lock-ins, I don't put it past any age of children.
I don't know what a church lock-in is.
When you get locked into a church, it's pretty self-explanatory.
It's basically
overnight,
like,
you're locked in a church.
It's basically like, you're having a sleepover, but no one really actually sleeps. It's the same as a lock-in, except you have an entire church and about 30-odd kids. And
Odd kids.
Yes, one of which who was trying to brag the other day that, he stole condoms. But anyway.
Oh.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to our chaos.
Welcome to Chaos and the machinations of life. That is this. Hi, I'm Tim, whose mustache from last week exponentially grew during the following week. Hi. Welcome to Corpse of Shadowfey, the very chaotic, very mad, very crazy, we do not know what the plot is anymore, D&D game set in the world of Midgard. I'm Tim, your DM, and welcome to the other chaos that is tonight's game. Yeah, we are missing one player tonight, that is Sam. We miss you, Sam. And by the way, if you used to follow Sam at samwise_GameG, go follow her now at the Sam Wisest because Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go follow her new account.
Yeah.
Do so much. We love you, Sam.
Yes, Sam is
cool bean.
The bestest, and they are a delightful creator, and they make all kinds of cool shit. So go.
And also, fuck turfs.
That too.
Right. Let's introduce everybody before we go into the continued chaos that is tonight's game. Starting with Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I am Chaos incarnate. I am at randomly Jen on the Twitter, and all of my links to things are over there. I will be playing Tatiana, the Mad Bard, who is the epitome of chaos. And wholesome chaos. That's my brand.
Wholesome chaos. We like wholesome chaos.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh,
Next.
it's randomly Jen with 2 N's. I forgot about that.
Next up.
Names.
Valerie.
Hello, I am Val. I would like to just follow off Tim and say fuck turfs. Go follow Sam. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I'm playing Tatali, the void. I was about to say blood witch. Who knows at this point? I'm
Little bit.
blood and void. The blood sister void wizard, who is also Shadowfey and uses she, her pronouns.
And is now a mother.
And now has a son. Oh, I haven't been saving for his college, but it's okay because I'm going to murder him anyway.
I mean, he's a couple 100 years old.
Think of the college. I'm sorry, Laugh. Think of the college fund.
Speaking of, children, let's go to Laugh. Hey, Pixie.
Hi, I'm Twin Pixie. I use they, she, he pronouns. Generally, I'll let you know if it's leaning more one way or the other. You can find me at Twin Pixie here on Twitch and TikTok, where I have started doing cosplays. You will not find Lost there because I cannot do Laugh. It would be bad. Naughty. No naughty. Despite the rest of the thirst content I post.
Thirst for days.
Thirsty.
So much. I don't know why.
Sometimes it strikes you.
Yep. And then otherwise, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at TornPixieTwitch. I talk a lot about accessibility, inclusion, and D&D and TTRPG stuff. And yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Right. Last week, lots of things happened.
Truth.
Truth. We had, in no particular order, we had a deep conversation about consent with a bush.
Yes.
We
Wholesome content.
Wholesome content. Satali, cock-blocked laugh.
We helped.
Truth. And Honey and Tatiana helped from behind a bush.
Well, we were talking to the bush. We got there
Talked to the
eventually.
bush. We got there eventually.
We know Satali's name now.
We know Satali's name. What is Satali's name?
Because Pixie doesn't know. Satali's actual name is Dahlia.
Yeah.
Bao, can you take 5d10 damage, please?
No! Yes, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna. I was like, I can say it well. Okay.
Yeah,
And
he was like-
and we also last time Val said her name. She did it in a badass power trip move.
She did.
Over T.
With
It was
the
great.
person who was courting Laugh,
Her son.
who it turned out to be Bao's nephew/son.
Blood magic
because-
is trippy, y'all.
There's a lots of stuff to do with blood magic, of which Satali now has a book to read about it.
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna
lots
go
of-
read about how I have a son now. And also maybe text my sister like, what the hell are you doing?
So that happened. And also, we rounded off the episode with a nice, wholesome, beautiful birth of Tony Starch, the potato baby.
Her sweet babu.
Oh wait.
We love Tony Starch.
Tony Starch.
Nothing bad will happen to Tony Starch.
Nothing bad will happen to Tony Starch
No.
whatsoever.
Nothing bad at all. At all.
I'm
This is
picturing
true.
Tony Starch as vaguely like Udetama. The lazy egg.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Just tired.
we have a few days of a montage of downtime. I know some of you wanted to do stuff already, so I know Satali wants to go read and do research and stuff. And I have a rough idea what Tatiana wants to do.
We have a knitting.
We have a knitting thing.
We have a
which
knitting geometric shape of some sort, depending on who goes to.
which we will get to. Honey's going to help out with that, but Honey
Well,
is also going to be teaching Tony Starch the
Mhm.
world and
yes.
looking after her new potato baby.
I can show you the world.
We collected 2 kids last session, basically, as a summary of this.
Yep.
One is
We
innocent
already-
and cute.
You already had
As-
one.
Oh yeah.
As a running thing, let's see. You've now given away, and I quote, near enough 100 gold to the mute goblin,
Yeah.
who
He's
is
got
now
to start
probably
college.
he's probably the richest goblin there is now.
And he's going to Goblin Law School.
Yeah.
that reminds
we...
me. Pixie, can you roll me 2d20, please? And just tell me the.
Ooh, yes, use the Kit
can you
Kats.
tell me the combined total of them?
Yes, we did that last
Yes.
time. I don't remember what it was for, but I remember we did that.
I'm excited because I haven't rolled these at all yet.
Ooh, first rules, first rules.
Yes. We will see how much these dice like me, or if I've got another cursed set.
Let's have a look.
We're tipping the goblin so much, not only that he can go to college, he can make a college.
So the total is 18. The new dice
Excellent.
is okay. However, one I've had for a while apparently hates me right now, says, how dare you?
How
That's
dare.
good. So
Don't you dare replace me.
the goblin now has 160 gold, which you've given him over tipping. So you have a
Oh,
goblin
yeah, what's
child
that
you're
for?
funding. You have a potato baby that you just given birth to.
Yep.
You have a
Well, the pot.
adult child that you've just discovered / one of you's trying to flirt with. You also have Tatiana. And you
Just-
also have
Tatiana.
Tatiana, and you also have Noodle as well.
Noodle, I forgot about Noodle. I would have a dapper little hat and cape and all the hay.
You have Noodle as well.
Noodle, the snake.
Are there any other creatures, beings you want to find, attract, adopt?
Chuck
yes. Yes.
I mean,
Oh yes, Chuck. Daddy.
almost certainly Tatiana as a forest-based creature
Yeah.
wants something
Want something.
other than my Cinder Skull. He's sassy.
Oh,
Tim.
and Barnabas the Cinderskull. Yes. Yes, Val.
A very serious question.
Okay.
Are there bats we can adopt?
No.
Yes.
I love bats. Spoiler alert, Val loves bats so much.
I like bats.
I love bats. They're the cutest things. The little noses. Cute.
And whenever they eat fruit,
They're just so.
Noted.
bats are cute. They have a whole.
You know.
Yeah.
No, it was like Jesse and I were talking about it, and it's like the Kirsten Bell one where she's crying over sloths.
Yeah, the sloth. Yeah.
We were saying that's with bats.
I have that with tigers, but I'm also a big fan of bats. Also, I'm extra today.
Extra today. So, we know what Satali's doing, roughly. We know what Tatiana's doing. We know what Honey's doing. Laugh. What are you doing in the 10 days?
Now, did Stolly tell me outright this is a no, or what exactly happened here?
That was not entirely discussed.
You were enchanted.
Let's go to the. Let's zoom in on. You're in your bedrooms. Your shared bedroom. Satali, you just got back from having a conversation with Dante. Or Henrik.
The Lord of the Crawling Fae.
Lord of the Crawling Flame. You are now sat down. You're in the room. You just got back. What do you want to talk about as a group?
Ooh. Okay, how'd it go?
Well,
Do we need to kill anyone?
oh yes, we do.
Oh,
we,
of
I mean,
course.
can we not?
we don't.
I mean, it's what we do.
Yes, it's so far been part of our brand, but we don't have to kill. So quick pro quo left. So the person who's trying to cut you, first off, I thought he was my nephew, but he also might be my son. The lines are a little unclear. It's a lot of blood magic going on. My family are bat crap crazy. Don't marry into them. Don't go anywhere near them. No.
I'm supposed to be the mad one here.
You say this, but we've been friends how long?
I will take
at least a month.
Potion. I will swear an unbreakable vow. I will down 20 liters of the truth potion if you want.
I have Zone of
What?
Truth.
Yeah, I have so just trust me, my family are not good people. They are bad people. They are garbage people. If you want to go have a relation time with him, great. But maybe keep it on a casual basis, and also remember that is my son / possibly nephew. The lines are unclear. It's been complicated.
You're telling Laith to have Dante be their fuckboy.
I'm telling Laith to live their best life.
As long as that best life does not include getting hitched to your potential spawn.
I mean, that's an awfully quick assumption that that's where things would be headed. We just met. It's one thing for us to
Listen.
have a couple tussles and pushes and stuff. It's something else to be thinking long term right off the bat.
I mean, that's where this Satali's mind goes.
That's what my family marries a lot for power, so we go straight to how much land do you own / how quickly can I become queen if I kill you.
So I don't think my family helps with queens or anything, and I'm not gonna talk about any of the power dynamic stuff in my family. There's a reason we're not generally over here. My parents know a lot more about that than I do. I just know we were like, hey, you can't be here anymore, or we will kill you guys.
That sounds pretty on brand. Uh, so, quid pro quo, we have been tasked by my son / possible nephew to kill a devil.
Okay, and that's fine.
Yeah, so
That
I was
seems like
gonna-
on our purview.
I was going to go take care of it, but there's no like expectation on you all to come. I know it's a dangerous mission, and it's sort of a weird dynamic that's going on with the fact that I've been given a task and I'm going to go kill the devil and a bunch of other people and then probably kill him. It's a long list that goes down. I mean, I'm open to discussion. You just get Charlie's like as big as a crossbar.
I just sort of like. I have no problems with anything you have said.
Listen,
I am going to go where you go.
What
Thank you,
info do
Tatiana.
we have on this devil?
This,
I mean,
it is oh,
I have
they wrote it
long-term.
on your hand.
I have long-term goals, and taking down something like a devil would be like really good for me, anyways.
oh,
for this.
good.
I checked my knee where Satali has written down, follow Satali.
Follow Satali.
Follow Satali.
DM. What do I know about the devil?
You were going to do research on the devil.
I'm gonna go do research on it.
When are we
Sounds
going to go
So
to our
you-
knitting circle?
So you knew that it was you were told it was a lunar devil?
Oh, I love Pixie's face.
So it's a lunar devil.
Jam in your tea.
Oh yeah, you missed the jam in the tea. That was a power move from
Power move.
Yep.
How did I miss that? I thought that had
There
happened.
was an additional.
No, there's
you were the
additional.
reason
We
for the jam in the
asked, but
tea.
it hadn't happened.
Oh, I called back to it and just was like,
Yeah, because you didn't understand the cream and jam, why the jam would be in your tea, so she put jam in her tea and a lollipop.
a lemon flavored lollipop.
Yep,
Oh,
Oh, what flavor?
Lemon.
Lululemon
lemon.
In what kind of tea?
leggings.
Earl Grey.
Earl Grey.
Yeah,
hot.
it was an Earl Grey.
Or Lady Grey.
Lady Grey, no,
Lady Grey.
Mm,
Queen Grey.
Ugh,
Not the tea, but it will be.
ouch.
someday.
Okay, I'm good now.
Everything's fine.
Hang on, this is falling off.
Of course it is.
For
Tim.
my soul.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
Yeah. So Tali, you're going to do research this week over the next couple of days on one. You're reading 3 books. You well, technically you're reading 2, and then you're doing research on the other. You're doing 1. Both 2 books given you by Brion. One was a journal that he'd written,
The family history.
family history from his perspective, about what's happened over the last couple of 100 years or so. The
While you
other-
were away.
While you were away, this happened. And the other book was a lot of meticulous notes around blood magic and void magic and conjuration and lots of metaphysical
Yeah.
concepts and ideas and equations, which included 3 spells, which you now have.
Hell yeah, I do.
So-
Yeah.
So they're the books you can read, and I can DM dump that if you want to later.
I would
You would.
love lore dumps. And
Okay.
it's a British thing where you sound like you're being sarcastic. I'm being deadly serious.
Yes,
Oh.
I will give you a lore dump later.
Nom, 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 nom.
Nom, nom, nom. Right.
Oh,
So, with that-
Lace, do you know how to knit? Do you want to learn how to knit? Honey wants to learn how to knit. We're getting a band together. It's not a band. I am the band.
It's turning into
Turn the
like a
phrase.
it's turning into like a knitting pentagram at this
Yeah,
stage.
pentagram.
Yes,
you
it is.
turn it into
I
a
mean,
polygon.
I was gonna say,
some
once
sort.
you hit pentagram shape, you now have a knitting circle.
Our goal is to someday have 13 members, and then we can never leave, or we will all die. That's not our goal.
It's like, I'm not sure how I feel about that bit.
It's not our goal. Just something to keep in mind if this continues to grow.
That the goal is 13.
No, to keep in mind that if we reach 13, somebody has to leave before we start. Anyway.
Or do it. No.
I mean, what kind of project needs like 12 people working on it, though?
You know, personal projects. It's like a study group. You know study groups. You went to college a lot. Gonna chat. Have you never heard of a Stitch and Witch?
Can you roll me insight on Tatiana, please?
Tatiana is being honest.
I know. I just. Laugh looks extremely concerned.
So you're used to not understanding
being
Tatiana,
said.
but in this, you're buffooned.
13.
Tatiana is being completely honest,
I'm just asking if you want to come. You don't have to. It's not my new friend. She's very pretty.
I don't think knitting's necessarily my thing.
Okay. You can bring a cross stitch. We're not biased.
These hands look like they have ever sewn.
Yes.
No.
Yes, they do. Do these feet look like they've ever sewn? Because they have. I'd like to think Tatiana has knitted with her feet. There's vodka in here.
That is good to know.
Pomegranate vodka and cranberry juice.
Oh, so we are really doing that fall
I
winter
told you
thing.
I'm being extra today.
Really doing the fall winter thing with channeling Persephone type stuffs.
Yes, that's the idea. Anyway,
Okay, laugh.
you don't have to come. You're going to give me a pretty pen, feather, quill.
Yeah.
You're told to expect a gift. An actual gift.
Sariel was promised that you give us some paper and an auto writing quill.
I want to write. It's going to be fabulous.
Laugh. What do you want to do over the next 10 days?
I don't care what Stally said. I'm gonna chase me some tail.
Okay.
I see why
Okay.
you didn't want to come to the knitting circle.
Okay. I would like you now to roll me a persuasion check.
Roll a flirt check, basically.
A persuasion check, a insight check, and
A bow chicka bow wow check.
14.
a sleight of hand check, and a stealth check.
Okay, so we've got 14,
Yeah.
nat 20,
Okay.
That was the
insight,
second insight.
Yeah.
24,
Okay.
23. This dice likes me.
Okay.
Ah, I found my
Okay.
DM die.
Oh,
Okay. Right. So you need to just get a number of successes before you got a number of fails. If you got a nat 20, that counts as 2 successes.
I don't think they got any fails. So
You got
Good.
4 successes and 1 failure.
Uh-huh.
ooh.
How many times would you like to have encounters with Dante over the next 10 days?
Ooh,
Oh, daily.
10 days. Go
Daily.
11.
Okay,
Twice
make
a
me-
He's
day.
a cutie.
Okay, make me a constitution check.
Oh no.
Stamina is required.
Make me 2 constitution saving throws.
That's a 5.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
And a 15.
Okay.
It'd been a bit okay.
The first day, the first encounter, quick, bit messy, you both collapse in bed afterwards. After that, damn.
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 We haven't seen Lith in a few days. I wonder what they've been up to.
Lee stops by to do their sanctuary thing. They
You
do
look
that.
very tired today, Lith.
Every day you
fine.
every day you come in, Leif looks wears the exact same clothes and looks a little bit more There's a bit of a glow around them. More of a
hair is a
smile.
little more tasseled. The hat is slightly askew a little bit more every day until it's just sideways somehow.
One day they're walking and they're not wearing their own clothes, they're wearing Dante's.
Natalie will be in the library. If she ever comes back and sees Laith, she's just like, yeah, I don't care. I warned you. You go enjoy that.
You're a grown human.
Yeah, you're a grown
human.
human. I don't
Grown
have time for all
elf.
that. Go.
Business.
Human?
You're
Grown,
a
grown
You're a
adult.
grown shadow fae. I don't
You're a
have
grown-ass
the spoons
person.
to deal with that. I'm gonna go keep researching. And then just walk back out again.
Hair's stuck
Ahoge! The Ahoge's coming for you, Pixie. The Ahoge. They will come for you. You can't fight the Ahoge. You will be an anime ditzy main character.
So, this might actually be happening in some sense, because wow.
Satali turns you into an Ahoge main character.
I don't understand any of these references.
So an Ahoge is an anime character with the like alfalfa-esque thing, and they're usually a protagonist or just a very silly, what big-eyed, doe-eyed character. It's called an
Also
Ahoge.
Also tend to be very, very big flirts and
Big flirts and big eyes and just like, what do you mean? Yep.
If you watch MHA, technically, Toga is no Ahoge.
Anyway,
Laugh. You'd also like to know that Dante has a very nice ass.
It's important.
good. That's his lunches and squats.
Mm-hmm. He has a
Yep.
few scars from past injuries,
In the bedroom.
including in the bedroom, including what looks like a very large, like healed over wound on his chest.
Scarification.
Very much scarification.
Ah, he doesn't have a heart anymore. Good to know.
Make a medicine check for me.
I mean, I'm not there. I haven't seen Spare Chest.
Have medicine. Ooh.
I might. Don't remember what I took.
6.
Okay. You don't know what's probably caused it, but I don't know how long ago it was. But judging by placement on the body, it looks like whatever it was through the chest, like kind of thing.
So someone confused what he was and tried to take.
How
also-
many people are getting impaled in my family? We've got 3 so far.
I mean,
He also has a
That's-
tattoo of a bat on his right butt cheek.
Oh,
Of course. yeah, definitely Val's son.
Well,
Is there- is there-
now
is there
I'm
any
more
more-
attached.
Is there any more information
butt?
you would like on Dante?
I think we've got a good amount there.
Good, good.
Yeah, we don't
Um,
need to get into the other details. I don't think. 'Cause,
No, that's good. Yeah, there you go.
Oh wait, can I do one thing? I was trying to remember this is wrong. Okay, if Satali is asleep or like in bed and hears Lath come in, he's just gonna turn over and go, "Sleep well with your bad decisions." And turn back because I had to make the caddy reference.
Out of your voice, too.
Okay,
It would just
okay.
be sleep well with your bad decisions.
Pixie, can you make me a stealth check? Val, can you make me a perception check?
No.
11.
I'm gonna add my modifier. Anytime character sheet. Anytime.
Anytime you need to be unmuted or find a character
Live-
sheet. Well,
live
the
your best
character
life.
sheet is being found. I assume at this point, Honey and I are sleeping in the same bed around the pot.
Yes.
Where
Because the child has
keeping it
not been
safe.
born yet over these
No,
10 days.
no.
Aw.
no,
15.
Where Tony Stark,
15.
we've snugged
Sustenance
around the
does
pot.
Noodle need That's some things I thought of that might be
Noo-
problematic.
Noodle is a fine familiar spell, correct?
Yeah.
So Noodle technically doesn't need any sustenance
Yeah, they're
because they're
usually ethereal.
familiar.
Okay.
Yeah. Familiars are usually.
However, if you want, over that time, Noodle can sample any of the food in the local area.
Yeah, just stay
Okay.
away from the rats. They're made of magic.
That was my concern. Is
Chuck
Snake
Dandy and his brother.
and rodents that like to hang out in our room, in the walls.
Whatever,
and stuff.
awesome.
And I was like,
Alan
oh,
Awesome or whatever.
Is this a problem?
The rat
mouse guard.
the rodent mouse guard that comes in. They actually have conversations with Noodle because they are both Fey beings.
They're all
So-
sentient.
They're fine.
Fey
They'll-
creatures.
They'll eat anything else, just not each other.
Okay, just wanted to make sure because it's like, oh,
Yeah.
It's like a good day to you, Noodle. A good day to you, Alan Awesome. I don't
A
remember
good
what his name was.
day.
I mean, Noodle does have a hat.
Yes, I was like, the rat squad have their little top hats like Chuck Dandy, and yours has a hat like you. So
And I imagine Noodle would like.
Martin.
I imagine Noodle like tops it off by getting his tail and gripping it around and goes,
Yeah.
"Awesome sauce." Right.
yeah,
Tatiana, over your 10 days, you wanted to.
we need to go to Winona Riders to
You're going to Winona Riders.
and get information probably if because Satali is shown interest in coming. You said you wanted to come, right?
Yes, I will have my like book propped up as I sew. Or,
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
I'm like
Yeah.
knitting and reading at the same
Yeah.
time.
So-
Because you can't follow the conversation anyway. It's all over.
Yeah. So
Honey's
Satali's.
just there happy.
Imagine like Satali's like there. She's like pretending to sew, but really she's trying to read the book.
I've like knitted into the page at one point. I'm making like a border for this.
You're making an illuminated manuscript now with thread.
I'm just doing it in eyes to freak him out when I give it back.
You're sewing two very important pages together, so he has to get a seam ripper out.
Oh yes, I am doing that. I am many, many hundreds of years old and a fancy goth queer aunt, but I am also petty, so take that.
Mother. Goth queer mother.
Listen!
Mother.
Listen, I'm gonna
Mama.
need more than 10 days to come to terms with this. I don't have a
Mama.
college fund. I don't have a babysitter.
He's
I don't
already
even-
been to college.
He's gonna go back and
Is
live his
he?
best life.
Perhaps he's living his. I think he's living his best life right now. We'll have
He
to
is-
be honest.
Yeah, he's having a great time.
He's the lord of the crawling fae. He's got some booty.
It's gonna be such a shame when he has to die.
Oh dear. Tatiana. So you're in your knitting circle,
Yes.
and you are trying to make something, aren't you?
Not with Satali here.
Okay.
I think Honey and I are gonna do that while we're pot sitting,
Okay.
I guess. But yeah, we're gonna get the pen on it. But we're gonna a chat with our beauteous Winona is
Okay.
writeress. Yes, yes.
So you got Sariel, who's just knitting in the corner, like this, occasionally. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. It's lovely to see you again. We got a nice knitting triangle going.
Yeah, Honey wants to come in too, if that's all right.
Of course, yes. A knitting square.
Square. Oh yes.
I do like
we just
knitting
need one
squares.
more. We'll
And
have
soon
a-
we shall be complete.
Yes.
I don't like that.
I'd like to say you actually say that. Don't like it.
I
It's fine.
You just see Zatali look up and go, all right, and look back down.
It's fine, don't worry. There's no problem here.
Yeah, everything's fine. Well, we kind of are. Well, I mean, Barry doesn't have any hands. Otherwise, Barry would probably help.
True. Barry's not born yet. Oh, Barry. Yeah, Barry's like.
Barry, that's
Barry. Barry could probably hold it in his teeth.
Flaming red eyes.
Anyway. So
Yes. So
Yes, I have a gift for you.
Oh yes.
Yes, hang on a second.
She puts the knitting down, like wanders over to the room and goes through like, you know, the thing when you're trying to find something and you're not sure what drawer you put it in, so you're just absentmindedly opening all the drawers and cabinets. So she's doing that, and then she finds the present and brings it over. It's a very nice, neatly wrapped black package with a bright pink bow.
Cheers.
This is so nice.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're a very lovely person.
You are also a very, very lovely person.
Oh, you're very lovely.
Shall I open it? There's a cat. He's coming to visit me.
Oh, yes. If you would like.
Okay. I opened and I pulled very carefully, like that person who doesn't rip wrapping paper. For some reason. It's very out of character, and yet I do it.
So as you unwrap the bow, the paper itself, the wrapping, like folds open after you do the bow.
Mhm.
And in front of you, you see a nice box, which within it contains a quill, a selection of a brand new book, which has got blank pages, and also a set of knitting needles.
Oh, this is so thoughtful. Thank you very much.
It's no worries. It's the least I could do. You're very lovely.
I was trying to think, because I knew she was going to be giving me something. I wanted to bring something for her. I definitely wanted to bring some cucumber sandwiches, because
Okay,
we definitely had some moments with the cucumber sandwiches, but I couldn't think of what else I had on my person. Ooh, I brought the wine.
yes. So you brought
Fancy wine.
You brought the fancy wine, which was the Chateau Neuf Chateau Noir de Neuf, the elven wine from the Shadow Fate world.
I just wrote down wine.
The cucumber sandwiches, and Rami, can you druid craft?
I think so, because we talked about giving me some druid
Yeah.
business, because
Yeah.
the magic spells for bards in the...
If you wanted to druid craft something for her as well, I would allow that.
Ooh. I'm tempted to do a carved duck, because I've been listening to too much Taz.
Ooh.
Remember, Magnus carved ducks for everyone during Candlemas.
So there you go.
So
That is what you...
I guess good, little beautiful, ornately carved wood duck.
Aww. And as soon as she gets more, you can slightly see under her pale skin, slight rosiness appears as she blushes. And goes,
Well, this is so incredibly kind of you. I don't often get gifts, and this is from Mother of Arbor. But it's so lovely.
she goes and puts the duck on it, like pride of place on their shelf. Like she even clears a bit of space to make sure it's just its own space.
Well, you deserve. They have good gifts from very.
Thank you. So,
Do we want to open the wine, liven up the knitting circle a bit?
oh, yes. I can get the glasses. Hang on.
She's got glasses. Whoa!
She's got glasses. And she
I was
brings
going to
out
use
some-
my teacup I commandeered from that party, but glasses is great.
She brings out effectively Schwarzkopf crystal champagne glasses.
Fancy.
Fancy. These are
Right.
fancy.
Fancy. Satali, grab yourself a
Fancy.
fancy.
This is
I
like
have-
properly fancy.
I have some
like-
pomegranate mint chocolate too. We can do an event of it.
Oh, yes.
Yay.
And we might be able to find some cheese as well.
I'm sure we
You
can
can't-
find some cheese.
Because you can't find wine without cheese. Hang on. Hang on.
She goes up and writes a note, and then as soon as she finishes writing, it folds up into a origami crane and then flies off.
What?
We should have cheese here momentarily.
Yay! Hopefully the rats will bring it. That would be fun.
Winona Ryder's like the Wizarding School of Cheese.
About
Wants to
10
say
minutes
hi.
Hello, Kitty. Hello. Oh,
here
you're
to-
so.
He's
You're
here
so
to muck with my white balance even more.
Oh, you're so fluffy, aren't you? Yes, you are.
Chum
Yes,
chum?
you are. Oh, look at you, little fluffy.
This is what Sariel will be actually doing.
Oh, look how fluffy you are. Look how big your eyes are. Oh.
He's my big snuggle bun. He doesn't realize I'm very warm right now. Says, I'm gonna sit on you. Okay, thank you. He's like,
About 10 minutes later, the doors open and some tiny goblins come in with trays of different cheeses, all cubed up nicely on little
sticks.
sticks.
Q-tips.
Yes.
Serving
This-
sticks.
Yeah, the cocktail sausage bonds.
Now, this is how you do a knitting circle.
And one of them on there as well, there is a pineapple and cheese hedgehog.
Nice.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Please say everyone in the US knows what a pineapple and cheese hedgehog is.
Yes. I mean,
Good.
I don't know about this,
I'm just
but yes.
double checking. I have to do this now.
Mhm.
So you have like a selection like pineapple, different cheeses, some pineapple. It's all there. You're having a nice knitting session with wine and cheese and chocolate and pineapple and make me a sleight of hand check.
Me?
Yes.
To see if I can knit while intoxicated?
Yes. Actually, good point. A good point. Actually, give me a Constitution check first to see if you're drunk.
Cool. 12 plus 4.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. I am not. I am a little bit tipsy, but
You're
I
a little
am
bit tipsy, but you're still holding it.
holding my own. And then sleight of hand to see if I'm swoopty doodles. 13 plus 6.
Yeah. What do you want to knit?
Ooh, good question. What is there to knit? I'm gonna knit a sweater.
Okay. So you can during the time you're having good conversation, you're drinking the wine, you're enjoying it, getting a nice buzz off it, but not too much of buzz. You can still knit, and you produce a jumper, a sweater, for who?
The who?
For who?
The who? Should I write this down?
For who do you want to make the sweater for?
Tony Starch. Potato.
Oh, we should have been making baby. Oh, Honey's definitely making baby clothes.
Honey's making baby clothes.
Wait, what about noodle? A noodle in a sweater?
Isn't that just a sock?
Yeah, kind of.
No, Timothy, that is a snack and a sweater.
You can make a sweater for a tree, and it is basically a
Is
tube.
it a turtleneck?
Then I'd have to give it to a turtle.
There are so many things.
I think
Satali's probably made like absent-mindedly during the time she's not actually knitting made a sweater for Noodle.
a sweater for Noodle and a noose. She's just made a noose.
No, what I've knitted is a sweater for Noodle. I have also knitted like an Illuminati triangle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's definitely done absent-mindedly the pentagram to summon Satan or something, and just like, oh, whoops, I did it again.
Yeah, you just see her do this in like red and black knitting thing, and she just goes, and she just, she like puts it above her bed, and you hear this whisper this like incantation to a goddess whose name you can't quite hear, but because I can't remember it off the top of my head. But yeah, she's a blood priestess who still believes in her goddess. And I was like, so she just makes like a little symbol of the blood priestesses.
Okie dokie.
I think I'm gonna make the sweater for Honey, because Honey's about to be a new man.
Bear sweater.
Okay.
It's gonna be huge. That's why it's like, because the other ones, they're tiny. I'm thinking about actual me knitting that would take me 3 minutes to make a snake or potato sweater.
Okay.
But the whole afternoon, I'm gonna make something for Honey. It's
Okay.
huge. It's a poncho-esque sweater. You know, one of
Poncho
those.
sweater with
Higgins.
a pouch for Tony's.
For potato. It's one of those. It's one of those sweaters with ears on the hoods that also has a big pouch in it, like a Joey pouch, so that you can carry around your cat or whatever. But it's for the potato boy.
Potatoes.
It's a papoose built in.
Is it papoose?
It's a papoose sweater with ears.
And bat wings. Like the
Bat
bat
wings.
wings.
So it's papoose with bat wings and.
It's gone. It's the kind of sweater that Tatiana would make.
Love it. Love it.
Yes, that's what we did.
That's what you did.
There's lots of flirting in our weird, whatever the hell we're talking about kind of way.
Okay, make me 2 persuasion checks.
2 persuasion, so 4 persuasion rolls because I got that sweet circlet
Yeah.
of double duty. Okay, so whatever this is plus 14.
Oh god damn.
First
Got
one
you.
was a 19.
Okay.
8. 17. 6. So 17 and a 19 plus 14.
33 and a 31.
Yes.
Okay.
This is what I'm built to do.
After one of the knitting circles, Sariel like goes in to give you a nice hug, and then gives you a quick peck on the cheek.
No, we're so wholesome.
And then during the 10 days as well, you and Honey wanted to do something.
So we're
What did you and Honey
doing.
want to do?
I don't know if I should say until after we do the rolls to see how well we do. So I think, is it a performance check to see how well I do, but with advantage because Honey's helping me? Is that what we sort of talked about?
Yes, that's what we
earlier?
agreed. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. 19.
Okay.
Come
Yeah.
on, 20. Come on, 20.
Okay.
That's a 20. And that 20
Plus.
plus 14 for performance.
Yeah, that's an incredible success.
Okay, so Honey and I are off in a corner. It wanders by. We're not paying attention whenever they wander through in a stupor, swaying slightly. Every time Satali comes by, we get a little quiet, shove something behind the pods. Everything's fine.
Tatali just looks up from her book and is like, cool.
So Greta says, scribble, 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 scribble. Near the end of the 10 days or some point, I come up to Satali with something behind my back. Just gonna stand there until you acknowledge me.
Hello, Tatiana.
Hi, Satali. I have something for you. It's a gift. A gift.
Will it try and eat me?
No, would you like it to?
Not saying no, but we'll say that's for later.
Nice. No, you said that nobody had ever given you a gift without asking for things and stuff, and that is a tragedy because you are a wonderful person. So Honey helped me make you a gift. And I hand you a box very similarly wrapped to how do I say her name? I keep
Sariel.
calling her Sariel. I keep calling her Winona Ryder in my head.
Because she's Winona Ryder.
Yeah. Like with the bow and the whole shaboodle. Hand it to
So
Satali.
Tatali takes it, just kind of looks really confused at this concept. She looks at the bow, looks up at Tatiana.
You
kind of
open it.
flicks through her mind like, what could she want? Wait, no, this is Tatiana. She doesn't want anything.
Honey,
That's chaos.
Honey's standing next to Tatiana doing the exact same expression that Jen is currently now doing as well.
And she like turns to Honey and just like, what does Honey want? Honey doesn't want anything as well. Honey,
Honey just wants everyone to be happy. Oh my god, they want me to be happy.
I don't understand this concept. And then it just kind of slowly opens it. And like folds it very carefully.
As it opens, a beautiful leather-bound book is sitting in your hands, and you open it up. And there is absolutely a nat 20 plus 14 beautiful story written about you and your friends and the adventures and the thing. It's like a bard finally remembered that their job is to tell stories about adventures, and they did it perfectly. And it is beautifully embossed, and there's flowers pressed in between different pages, and it's illuminated. There's one page that has some stitches in it because of memes. Because of the memes, and it is just the most beautiful book that was made specially and specifically for you.
The front cover, by the way, is embossed leather with a fern on it.
I really wish my music hadn't changed to emotional right at this moment in time. That's not helpful, Spotify.
Spotify knows.
Spotify knows. That's why you're playing sad Gabriella Applin.
We just
And-
want to make you happy.
So Tali
You deserve
again.
to be happy. We're very sincere and extremely wholesome.
Oh, this is really. Oh no.
If you'd like to do an insight on us, you'd get a 20 and you would die of how wholesome and genuine
No.
it is.
She believes you, but you say, oh, yeah. When you say like, you deserve to be happy, she's like, I have done a lot of bad things.
Oh, I know.
I've hurt a lot of people.
I know. You still deserve to be happy.
You made this for me,
Yes.
both of you.
Yes. My handwriting is exquisite.
It is dope as shit. Proper like medieval calligraphy.
Yeah, straight up illuminated manuscript. There's gold on pages somehow. Artwork, flowers.
The artwork slightly moves as well. It's slightly enchanted that it moves as well. You get, every time you go to a different like pressed flower, the whole page smells of that flower.
It was an effort. For you.
It was almost like it was like a nat 20 plus 13.
Yeah, 14. 14 even.
14 even.
Just
The
saying.
stories of the Blood Queen.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. I
Uh,
feel like Tatiana knows way more about you than you really think. And this sort of has illuminated that to you, but she still, like, even though how much she knows about you, she
She'll
still
forget
cares
it.
about you. No, but like, this is something that has stuck. And like, she knows these things, and she still loves you.
It's like a cursory read through the book. There are details in there which you didn't think that Tatiana noticed, but she did notice. And
I'm a bard.
yeah, like you start to get the feeling that Tatiana, even though she doesn't act like she notices everything, she does, and she acknowledges everything, and
Just a little mad.
just a little mad.
She chooses to let go of the extraneous information. The important stuff, it sticks. My name, sometimes that's not important. Your name, very important. Whatever name you've given me at that time. I
Tali
respect
is
you.
going
Enjoy
to
yourself.
go into her bag, and she's going to pull out a drawing she has, and she's going to open the front cover. And you get the sense that this drawing is incredibly precious to her. The most precious thing she owns. And she smooths out the pages that she's folded over and over again. And it's an image of a woman, an older woman, and I don't know if anyone would recognize her, but it is the previous Dusk Queen. And she puts that in the book and slowly closes the book and stands up and walks over to you and Honey and just kind of stares at you. And then she hugs you.
Aww. I was gonna say, even if she just stares at us, I'm gonna say, this is good.
She hugs you both.
Honey's is a big bear hug, because it's Honey. And a hug is good.
And
It's-
it
Whenever
goes
you-
on slightly longer than a
Yes.
normal hug should, because she's kind of. You get this.
I would imagine someone who hasn't had a hug in a really long time.
Yeah,
getting
you're getting.
getting a bear hug. Your back feels amazing.
My last hug was like 600 years ago.
But you've probably never been this close to Tatiana before, really, like this. So you can smell, she smells earthy, but also like smoky and a little We have a perfume that's oak and whiskey, so it's got this sort of very, I don't know how with the top notes and all that, or this is it. She smells very nice, even though she looks
Tatiana's
a bit
very
mess.
earthy, and honey is very
Honey smells like flowers and
floral. So
and-
together, with
Yeah,
a
are you
really
giving us-
soft.
a dual hug, or are you hugging us both individually?
I'm giving you a dual hug.
Yes, you're getting like the whole like cacophony of smells, which just smells brilliant.
But we both smell wonderful, despite our woodsy nature.
Mm-hmm.
You overwhelmed by the scent because you're used to the darkness and the blood and the thing. You're like, wow, this is what nature smells like. Shit.
This is what the iron and smoke, like when you get rid of the irony, coppery blood tang and smoke tang out. This is what other smells smell like.
You know, like tea and herbs and lavender and all that beauteousness. Rosemary. Pine.
After a few minutes, she's going to step back from the hug, and she's going to... Thank you.
You are very welcome.
And she's going to
Pat you on the shoulder, and then I'm going to walk away so that you don't have to.
Thank you. That was...
I'm going to pull Honey with me.
Yeah.
Come on, Honey, let's go.
But when you leave, she picks up the book and just kind of traces the cover of it, and then very carefully brings out whatever she can, like the tissue paper or whatever it is that she can find, and wraps the book in that, and then wraps it in something else.
Just
then
like they
puts
did
it-
to all the packages in.
She just rewraps everything to keep it safe, and then puts it in her bag of holding, like in the most secure part, and kind of just tugs it to her chest for a second, and then
And-
puts it down.
When you eventually get it back out and read it, the more you read it, probably the more things will occur to you and stick out to you, and more insights will pop out, because it was a net 20, 30, or 40, yeah, 34.
And not 35.
35. Yeah, that's no. Yep. Well, I don't know. Mathematics. That was what we've been planning for several weeks.
Natalie got a present.
A gift given without any expected recompense.
This is terrible though, because Natalia's whole goal is vengeance, and now she has friends. Damn it.
At some point, I'm going to come over to you when you're as a point of levity. I will eventually come over to you and boop, and then run away.
You will accept this boop happily.
A levity-breaking moment of boop.
If this was a Fire Emblem game, you unlocked the S. Honey and that have unlocked S support rank.
Yeah. Go team. Go team wholesome.
Got the wholesome gift.
Team wholesome, team bloodlust, and team thirst.
Yay! Oh, we summed that so well. We get badges.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Can Lass and I have t-shirts and then stand next to each other, and mine says blood and yours says thirsty, and together it's bloodthirsty?
Bloodthirsty. Uh-huh.
Sure.
We will tour the world as a duo.
You go to the tailor demon man and you just put in a special request for printed t-shirts.
Listen, we're gonna need to make several orders.
I was gonna say, I think lust might be a thing too, because that seems to be.
Oh, we shall revisit Laugh's Lust in a minute.
Ooh. That's good alliteration there.
So Tali, during your 10 days, you've been doing research. You've been reading through books. You transcribed some spells. Going through some of the history. Which order do you read the books in, by the way?
I read the journal first. Because then I can figure out what his tone sounds like, and then when I read the history, I can figure out which parts are just bullcrap
Okay.
that are embellished, and then I will read the last one.
Okay, so reading through his journal first, it talks a lot, when he and his brother were growing up. it was a really strict regiment of, they had lots of tutors in, lots of very highly educated by tutors. They had to do forced combat with their father. You know, the kind of one where, you know, if you did not win, you would be punished and you would be injured.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. Brion was from Dante's writing. Brion was a lot more gifted in the arcane arts than he was, while Dante was a lot more charismatic and definitely had a flair for the martial arts compared to his brother. Every now and then they'd be told like some of their tutors would tell them they're gifted, that their blood has inherent deep magic in it, that they're, you know, that they are prophesied children. When he gets to, like, effectively his teenage years, which would be more like his mid-30s, you know, he decided to go out and do some wandering. So he wandered around for a while, encountered different people, learned a lot from different things. He's actually been to the Margrave, he's been to Zobek, he made an excursion to the mountain, he made an excursion into the Blood Kingdom some more, all under different pseudonyms and different names. Did a bit of piracy for a number of years, traveled around on a boat, and then when he came back, he realized his brother had gone very much one way and took after his mother and his father, and he realized he wasn't that. Then he talks about his own research into his family and visited many Fey beings, including the River King. He defeated in single combat the Lord of the Crawling Fae, took the title. He met the Dust Queen, and goes on about this until he gets to a few pages where it's kind of erratic. It jumps. Most of it's been quite a stream of consciousness, but then it jumps like years, rather than being like every couple of weeks or months. It goes from like a 10-year jump, where he basically he reflects on the last 10 years of hunting down his family. Not just his brother, not just his mother or his father, but his uncles and his aunts, and those associated with the magics that were around his birth. That was in the journal. The histories talk a lot about the Dragoste line, how they're vampires who were gifted with different arcane abilities. They were very much involved with demonic pacts to try to basically usurp the Order of the Blood Kingdom so they could be in charge and they could rule. One such pact was with the Master of the Mountain, and that was generations ago, which is the main reason why the family was banished from the kingdom in the first place, because of that pact. And since then, they've been basically working to get a small cult together and basically try and produce offspring in such a way that effectively it's survival of the fittest and a lot of eugenics involved to have the strongest children to rule them. That's when you get into the so once you finish that book, you get into the books, the spell book, and make me an intelligence check, please.
Use them smarts.
Use them smarts. If only I was a wizard. Holy crap. Okay, yeah. I forgot how smart I was as a wizard. That is a 28.
Okay, so you very much understand the metaphysics and the theory behind what's been in front of you. A lot of it is about combining powerful is basically doing a combination of taking powerful bloodlines and combining them and using the children to produce stronger children to have a stronger bloodline. That's one part of it. Another part of it is that if you're using them together in conjunction with certain conjuration spells, you can summon greater energies from different dimensions, from different planes of existence, with the ability to, in one sense, control different beings that come through and embrace their power and absorb it into the bloodline and make the bloodline stronger. The third part of it is actually drawing on the infinite energies of the void in those spells as well. And there's some notes, a lot of notes you read about the idea of having that twins come about from this process are a lot stronger because it's meant to be one person split into two because the power is so immense that if one kills the other, they absorb their powers, is what you're kind of getting the gist of. So a lot of the theory around it is how, you can produce, you see some notes around how you can force the production of twins by using blood magic, especially from those who are already twins. So you get a kind of idea that this is how Dante feels that you are his mother, because of you are one of twins and twins share some similar blood, and that's why you got two more twins. That's why he kind of gets the theory of that. You can see why he's thinking that way.
I mean,
there are
identical
a few
twins do share
spells.
identical DNA.
Exactly. You get the feeling. You get some of the spells in there as well, which you can spend time copying down. There is some. What language does you speak?
Many. I didn't write them down. Then I speak Dark Fae language that I definitely speak. I speak
Umbral, Elven, Common.
Oh yeah, I wrote down Umbral on mine.
Elven.
Sylvan is a
Umbral,
separate one.
Elven, Common,
Yeah.
Infernal I picked was one of them,
Okay.
and Primordial.
Okay. I like Primordial. So between those languages, you can read all the book. You get the gist of things. There are some notes which appear to be in Celestial. There's only one or two notes. But there's lots of different handwriting throughout the book, which gets you thinking this has been a book that's been passed down and been researched by a number of people over generations. But there's that book. In your research for finding Lunar Devils and research on Lunar Devils, can you make me an investigation check?
I could indeed.
Also, when Satali takes over the world and becomes queen of things, I would like to request being the court jester. I'm pretty
you will-
good at it.
You are definitely employed. Don't worry about it. That's genuine. Don't worry about it. You've got employment.
Don't worry about it.
It says investigation.
Yep.
Or, investigation at 18.
Okay. Going through the library within the court itself, you do find lots of information on demons and devils. Lunar Devils? I need to go run and get a book so I can double check all this later. But you do get information around, some common weaknesses of Lunar Devils, some abilities they may have, how they have some innate ability around moonlight. Yes, there is some you find some notes in one of the pages that talk about Lunar Devils and the Moonlit King, and how they are devils. They are tricky to kill. However, those that are defeated, their bodies do contain some magical property using some potions and some magical spells.
Horns are an aphrodisiac, according to Monster Pro.
What?
Don't judge me, Tim.
Let's be honest, we don't need any aphrodisiac around here.
No,
The jam and the tea is what did it.
I got the sweet pick on the cheek.
So, do I get a sense? How many of my family members of my terrible family are still alive?
Almost none, I hope.
Please say almost none.
From your direct family, as far as you're aware, your sister, your nephew, and your son are alive. From your sister's family, a lot of them are dead.
Okay, so a lot
Surprising no one.
So from our line, a lot of us are dead. Oh crap! Are we the last of the Shivani households?
You don't, from reading Dante's journal, you don't see a lot of mention of the Shivani family. He's very much in particular focusing on the Dracoste line.
Oh, then if yeah, they murdered them. Also, my family sucked too. Do that too, Dante. Just make my job easier.
You have one Shivani cousin who was an oddball. He went off to be a surfer in California. No one's ever heard from him again, but they assume he's being radical.
We don't talk about Keanu Shivani.
Yep.
So that's all the research you've got.
Why does what he so? Because I assume that because he's related to me and has the bloodline that he wants to murder me.
Yes.
You get well, from what he said as well, he hasn't killed his brother yet. All you know is that he's impaled his brother. So you get the feeling he hasn't killed his brother yet.
This is gonna be a wild plot twist where he's actually doing good. That he's like impaled his brother because his brother was trying to kill him to summon it. I know you want this too. Am I gonna have to listen to my son / nephew and
You're getting overwhelmed with wholesome today.
Is there any way in between the Gediggity Kosmoigonins that I can have a conversation with him, or are we like we had our chat, our tea is spilled?
I feel like Val needs inspiration for that phrase, though.
Gediggity Kosmoigonin.
You had, as you remember, you agreed that you were talking about 10 days.
Oh yeah, we
to
did.
sign the contracts.
Oh, I can ask him questions to contact. Enjoy the Gedigging.
Yes. Speaking of the giggity badonkadoinks. Laugh.
Mm.
You wake up one morning.
Mm-hmm.
And you reach over and Dante is not there. What you do look over is you see the crown that he was wearing, just lying on the bedside table. You hear whispers coming from the crown.
No.
You should know better than to go near the whispers.
No.
If anybody, the person who saw hell and screamed until we calmed you down, you're gonna avoid those whispers.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to avoid them?
Yeah.
As you try look away from the crown, like you just like look away, the whispers get louder. Every time you look at the crown, the whispers
Don't worry.
get quieter.
Don't worry, the voices, they're just in there. Unless grandmother comes for you, the voices will be fine.
I think I'm gonna wait up for him to come back, because it's not like he's gonna go anywhere far without that.
Okay.
He always wears it.
Isn't that part of what keeps him looking however he looks?
Nope.
I vaguely remember that.
As you're waiting for him to come back, you keep hearing.
Do I understand that?
Yes, it's just basically like lots of like different whispers saying, take it, come on, take it, wear it, you know you want to, take it, come on, you know you want to, yes, take it.
Can there be like a wholesome devil on your other shoulder that's actually Tatiana telling you to ignore the voices? There's plenty of voices. There are voices going on in my head all the time. You just ignore them. It's fine. They go away.
There's a part that's like, if taking a crown's enough to do a thing that could help towards what I want to do, that'd be great, but at the same time, I really like this kid. And also, if anyone's gonna kill him, from what I understand, it's gonna be his mom. And if I take this crown, that means we have to fight. No!
Just think about honey. Keep your mind on the wholesome. Think of the sweet potato babe.
Can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Go left, go left.
I'm guessing that was a good roll.
Either a bad roll or a really good roll.
And that one? I need to get some dice out.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh boy, howdy. You're muted, Val. You're always muted, Val. You're always muted.
this after I had told you that it has been an awfully long time since Laugh had a hellish vision.
I was like, in my muted state, I was like, I know, this is bad. Have fun, Laugh. These can only go well.
Yeah. Everything is
Apparently,
fine.
I am a very weak boy.
Oh.
You take 33 points of psychic damage.
Wow!
Okay. Okay, I'm okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ish. I look very, very tired.
Well, you already look tired from the events. Now you look even
type
tired.
like, different kind of exhausted, tired.
You are also incapacitated.
Well,
From
now you
fighting
can't take
it?
you can't take the crown now. You're incapacitated, so that's
This
a
is
good thing.
As you're incapacitated,
No.
your mind wanders
No.
back to a memory.
Oh no. You can't even
You're, in
scream.
fr- you're going from your perspective. You're in front of a fire.
Mm,
You're offering your unburnt hand towards the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And as you put your hand in, you remember that intense, searing pain. And you hear a smile and a laugh in the background from someone just out of your eyesight. And as you're feeling the intense pain going through your arm, you wake up and Dante has you in his arms.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, Laugh, are you okay? You were unable to be woken up, are you alright?
Your crown was whispering to me, and I fought it, and it did not like that.
And he looks at the crown and he goes, he's like, throws a pillow on top of it. Does that help for now?
Does it?
Does it help?
There are no more whispers from the crown.
Oh, I wish I could throw a pillow at my whispers.
I think it worked.
Well, would you like something to eat and drink?
Please.
Okay. He goes and grabs you like a glass of like ice water and goes, I shall make you a bath. That's good, yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Satali, can
He
we
walks-
keep this boy?
He walks off fully naked to go and draw a bath for you.
See
No.
the bat-
And
You see the bat tattoo again.
he comes back he comes back a minute or two later and then picks you up like bodyguard style and just carries you into the bathroom.
Why is my arm hurt?
And that all happened while Tony Starch was being born.
Aww.
So,
Tony Starch. Oh, during the time I don't know, I think Val mentioned it, I wouldn't mind if we had time to go about doing anything for standing.
yes, you
Right.
could,
Like, I think I
Everyone-
can talk for standing, and then I also have some set of bracers I don't need that I could potentially switch for someone
okay,
for some standing.
if you want to barter anything, or you want to have, who wants to barter things, who wants to make deals, and who wants to just carouse?
I either want to barter or be heckin' charismatic.
Okay,
I'll barter and make some deals.
okay.
If I'm bartering, I'm gonna assume Satali's going to come with me.
Laugh, I imagine you're predisposed, making
Yeah.
your own deals,
Yep.
carousing in your own way. Yeah, got it. Right.
So busy.
Tatiana, can you make me 2 persuasion checks?
So 2 or 4? Because I
What?
have advantage.
Are you planning to barter?
I think so.
Okay. During one of your days, we're trying to go around having conversations with people. You meet a.
I have, just so you know, I have the thing I would be bartering because you said we could
Yeah.
switch up things. Is I have some fancy bracers, but they allow you to walk through. They're Fey-made bracers. They
Yeah,
allow you to walk
yeah, the
through
bright-
things, and I
bright
already
one
have
braces,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's stuff.
Okay. So you meet an Eladrin, a summer Eladrin, in the courts one day. and-
Summer. Hot damn.
And they just turn and goes, hello.
Well, hello.
I heard from one in the courts that you have some braces
I do.
that you might be willing to part with. I need a gift for someone, and
Does this
I'm-
someone like to walk through underbrush?
well, it wouldn't hurt.
This is true. See, I can already easily walk through underbrush.
We have experience with lots of things with bushes, and we need a way to get through bushes.
Well, make sure you ask them for their consent. Is all I can say. But I pull out the Briarthorn braces. I have these, and I have not use of them. They are Fey-made, highest quality. I'm turning into open my trench coat. Highest quality Fey-made bracers.
He starts looking over them, and then looking at Lysa. He taps it a few times and listens it to his ear, and he goes, And you have not worn these yet?
No, I have no use for them. I am of the forest. Kitty stretch.
And what are you asking for this?
Can you do anything for my social reputation? I look at where Tatiana has written various notes about bartering on armpit. Yeah. I would like to be able to talk to more people in the courts. I like talking to people.
Well, would you like my invitation to a ball?
Oh. Is that an occasion to wear fancy dresses and clothes and such?
It's a mighty fine shindig.
Well, it just so happens that I and my friends all have some very, very fancy outfits and nowhere to wear them to. So this could be good. Make good this in for me. Good. Yes. She struggles to find smooth words at the end. Not because I've had a
How
pomegranate
about,
vodka
how about
cranberry.
this then? I'll take the braces. You get the invite. And I think that'd be. You have one. How about a favor from me?
Did you say from?
From me.
From? I've got my I've got my Satali hat on. What was I now have a little bracer on it. WWCD. What would Satali do?
Proud of you.
Would Satali approve of this?
I'm just
No,
behind
what's
you
a tally?
with like a menu hiding.
I'm gonna let her do it on her own, but I'm here.
She's doing so great that I'm willing to throw eye blood at him.
And for clarification, and character, is it just for me the invitation to the ball, or is it and guests?
The invitation has and guests.
And guests. Okay.
Yeah.
So a favor and an invitation to the ball in exchange for this beautiful Fey-made blackthorn, whatever.
Brighthorn, yeah.
Blackthorn bracers. I think we could come to a deal on that. Yes.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything, insight-y or persuasion-y?
No,
This is Tatiana's first deal.
Yeah. No, he's good. He's like, Then the deal is struck. He reaches into his coat and brings out the invite and goes, that should get you into the nice ball.
Piece of paper. Thank you very much. I shall.
And
How shall I contact you if at some point I should be needing a favor, perhaps?
well,
I'm sure I'll figure it out.
only contact me in the summer, please.
Of course.
I'm very busy the rest of the year.
I would think you would be
And-
busiest during the summer, but I understand.
And if you would, please give me your arm.
What are you going to do with my arm?
I'll give you a way to contact me.
Okay, well, don't smudge any of my notes.
Okay.
You gotta find a spot on my arm that doesn't have a note on it.
He spends a good minute trying to find a spot where there's
There's-
nothing left, and
There's a
then
spot by that mole over there. Oh no, she wrote there yesterday.
he takes out his index finger and takes his slightly long nail and
Coke nail.
quickly carves in a sigil onto your arm. It doesn't hurt. It's like having a nice scarring tattoo. He goes,
I'm down, I'm covered in marks.
he's like, there you go. Only in the summer, please. If you
Okay.
need
The summer here,
assistance.
there's lots of summers. I'll do my best.
Well, it's currently autumn here right now, so
It was spring yesterday.
here you go.
He just doesn't acknowledge it, Tim. It's always a different season in this damn place. Alright, well you take those. Have a good time with them. I hope they make a beautiful, wonderful gift.
He puts them on, and as soon as he puts them on, they actually shift to the rest of his color of his season.
Mm. Oh,
Yes.
that is a beautiful, beautiful. I do autumn or summer. Summer. It's a beautiful, bright green time.
Now, if you don't mind, I have to go meet someone in the bush. And he just
Alright.
walks off.
Remember to ask for consent.
I always do.
Oh, good. We're spreading. This is my Hermione-esque spew. Instead of house elves, it's for bush consent rights. Rights.
Consent for bushes.
Always ask. And then, other than that, if I could do anything like any kind of performance to up my stand in the
Yeah,
hallway and
Jakes,
busk.
you haven't done a performance. Yeah, do me a performance check
Okay. Where?
because you haven't done it yet.
No.
From my notes, you haven't done this.
No. Did I open? I opened another Google instead of a calculator. All right. Come on, dice. It's just 17 plus. I think it's a 14.
Yeah, you definitely pass.
31.
So as you're going around, you go into a annex room where there's a few members of the court. You're having a nice good conversation. You have them enraptured in the story that you're telling as a bard.
The story.
And those that listen they're hanging on tenterhooks on every word that you say. And as you finish, they're like, bravo. You go up 1 point.
Yay! That puts me at 7. If my notes are right, why do I still have this window open?
Yeah.
Yes, 7. I was at 6.
Steven.
Steven.
Sitali, what are you doing?
I'm moving on up.
Tatali, her heart is full and her skin is clear and her cups are watered from Pixie's cat. I have just been look at the little
Look at
face.
It's like a sleepy little tiger. Oh my goodness.
It's so snuggled.
Honestly, this is really weird because he never ever does this.
Moo usually does. Moo does that to me all the time.
A blessing!
A blessing from the kitty.
He's so cute. He's like, I'm gonna go snuggle.
I'm just going to do the snugs. Yeah, mine does that all the time, and it is precious as fuck.
Oh. Okay. Scheming.
Schemes.
Schemes.
Remember the evil of your ways. You've been touched by wholesomeness. You'll be ruined.
No. I can't remember what items I chose except for the hat of extra spell slot. So I'm gonna go trade that.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're going around, it's not hard to find members of the court who like an ability to A, have a spell slot, and B, it be in a hat.
A snazzy hat.
So you have a few members of the court approach you, make you offers. Some of them don't sound too good to you because they're not that they're up and comers who want something,
Yeah.
but they're not ones who actually got abilities. And then you hear one person approaches you wearing effectively they look like Elsa.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
Just like in a very shorter dress. Elsa from Frozen 2, not Frozen 1. Elsa.
Hello, I'm the representative from the Snow Queen.
I've got summer, you've got winter.
We've heard that you have an item you're willing to be rid of.
Yes, that is true. I have this. I like flash back to Titania from earlier, like this beautifully Fae-made hat.
Yes.
This one of a kind. I've never actually worn it. It's been such a charming visit here that I have no use for an extra spell slot.
You use your previous experience with my charismatic ass.
Yeah, as like the wizard with no charisma.
I might be a wackadoodle, but I got that charisma to make a sales pitch, and you're like, follow
So-
that.
We would like to make you an offer, if that's okay.
Please.
We would like to take that item off your hands.
And in exchange,
What would you feel is reasonable?
Oh, meow.
a cat's love is all that you need.
I see your cat from behind you right now. His head's little head sticking out.
I am unfamiliar. Val is unfamiliar with Fae politics, but an audience with the Snow Queen would be just a one-of-a-kind experience. I'm so honored. Everyone speaks so highly of her power.
It is within our rights and privilege of our highness to offer this to you for trade.
Then I will gladly trade, and thank you.
You may have an audience of 10 minutes and no longer, and it shall be at the ball.
Brilliant. I will have my friends.
You were watching, so you saw that I got an invitation to the ball. for
Yeah.
everyone.
I was just like, it was just telling us like
I've already got a
honest-
date in.
Yeah, I was already got a ticket in, and then she was like, and it was like, I will have my, and then she's so used to saying co-workers or entourage, she's like,
My
friend. I will have,
friends.
great, my company and I will be attending the ball. The audience will be such a wonderful experience.
Okay. We shall inform Her Highness of this. You should be approached by her chamberlain, and you will come, and you'll have 10 minutes audience, no longer. May we take the item off your hands now?
As you hand the item over, another chamberlain who came with this one takes the item and casts an arcane sigil that basically turns it into snowfall as it
Aw.
disappears into an extra-pocketable dimension.
Side note, I thought about being a little shit and doing the instant summons thing. So you write the name on it and then just like walk away and be like, hat back. But then I was like, no, don't annoy the Snow Queen. That's not a good
No.
idea.
Mhm.
The Queen will look forward to your attendance,
I look forward to meeting her.
gladly.
And they turn, give a slight bow, and they walk away.
Yay.
Nice.
And with that, I think that's a good place to end this week's session.
Yeah, Tatiana would happily go over to Satali afterwards and like, oh, did I do good? I got there's a mark on me, but that's fine. I've got lots of them. And I get a favor. Favor's a good thing, right?
Favors are a wonderful thing. If someone owes you a favor, you can ask for anything you want.
And I got us all a ticket to the ball so we can wear our new fancy outfits. We didn't have anywhere to take them otherwise
Yeah.
before.
See,
So now
that's
we
a
have a
good
good
thing.
thing.
We also have an audience with the Snow Queen.
Also, I assume we can do some good talking to people and things in the ball.
Yes, we shall have a ball.
Next week
Yeah.
is the Shiny Shindig.
Yay! Oh wait, are we having a ball episode? This is my first D&D party.
fancy. We're getting
I'm so
fancy.
I'm gonna wear a dress instead of my sweatpants.
We're gonna get fancy next week.
I'm
Also-
gonna have to get a dress.
Can I acknowledge with my white balance how snow white I am rocking it with my dark hair and red lips right now?
No.
Right.
I noticed that. It's like the white balance has gone wackadoo and I'm Snow White.
Snow White.
It was right as the Snow Queen popped up and I was like,
With that, let's go around, say who you are, where we can find you, and what's going on in your amazing lives.
Colin Val, she just muted.
You know what? Pixie, you go first.
Alright. Hi, I'm Torn Pixie. You can find me here on Twitch and TikTok at Torn Pixie, where you can find me doing D&D related stuff. The TikTok stuff is just more like cosplay, Hogwarts, demons, whatever else.
You know.
And then you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Torn Pixie Twitch, where I talk about accessibility, inclusion. Huge proponent on using captioning on streams. If that is something you are looking for, reach out to me. I have a walkthrough on using Web Captioner and setting it up for streams like this one where you've got more than one person on. So yeah, and I think that's me for today. Yeah, that's me for today.
Okie dokie. Val, you're up.
Ah!
Ah!
Prepared. Hello, I'm Val. I am the Nerdy Niffler on the Twitters. On Monday, we have Grim Femmes continuing on, which is an exploration on healing and trauma through the medium of tabletop RPGs. It's GM'd by MK Hansen, and the other players are just fantastic, and it's great. It's a lot, and it's so great. Thursdays, we have our Void Space Cosmic Horror Show, Project VHS. God, so many things happened. We're all gonna be fine. The king's not gonna murder us all, everything's gonna be fine. And then Fridays, I'm here again with another Courts of Shadow Fae Party Edition. I'm so excited.
Party!
Party!
Okay, that's me, I'm out.
Alright, Jen, you up.
Hi, I'm Jen. You can find me on Twitter at randomlygen with a JENN, and I am on Twitch at randomlygenerated, also with a JENN. And I'm gonna be kicking back into stuff soon, probably doing a synth stream tomorrow. I have to remember what time Val's campaign starts in the evening, because our time zones have gotten all quackadoodled with all of the things. But yeah, should be probably doing that before sometime in the day. Yeah, you can find all of my stuff on Twitter, schedules, and my website, and all of those things. Also, remember our sweet honey, Sam, who is having body issues today. Go follow them over at the Sam Wisest, because they have a brand new Twitter, because fuck turfs.
Fuck turfs. I was about to mention Sam as well, who's not here. Sam, we missed you. We will see you next week.
I didn't get to the mute button in time, but also fucked up.
Fuck that.
Potato baby.
Follow her at the Sam Wisest.
It's the Sam Wisest.
The Sam Wisest. She's actually doing a giveaway to get her back up to a follower count.
Yeah, and then a
and
second
she's
one
amazing.
after, potentially, if she gets a 2.
True.
Also runs disability-based. Is it
She's on
Heroes
the
Without Limits?
she's on the
Is that what she's going for?
Chromatic Chimera.
They're a busy person.
Yeah, busy.
Well, check out their Twitter for all of the things that they do.
Yes, do all that. And hi, I'm Tim. I'm at Ammon Moth on all the social interwebs. You can find me here on Fridays, DMing these lovely bunch of wackadoos through this weird, completely not following the module at all now adventure. Completely.
You should have known when you picked Val
should
and
have
I to be in a thing.
I should have known.
You've played with Val and I before.
Matt shared a thing which was like, the DM says like, no, you didn't ruin my campaign. Below is a picture of everything on fire. I'm like,
Everything's fine.
We're getting there. It's fine. yeah, you can actually only find me here now on Fridays because I don't do anything else at the moment, which is really weird. Apart from I write some D&D stuff. I'm actually going to put some stuff out, hopefully, in the next few weeks for people to playtest and read through, based on the Sweet Sweet Monks, because I'm a monk boy through and through. Aside from that, just say hi. I like having conversations. You're probably going to see lots of photos from me tonight, a lock-in with lots of kids looking dead. I'm going to be a Lich King tomorrow morning.
Tim is a sweet, sweet bean.
Next up on Variant Roles, in about an hour, we've
Dresden
got
Files
Dresden Files Portland. Then tomorrow morning, we have Saturday morning Descending to Avernus still?
Yep.
Yes, we do. Followed by, I believe, we're doing the Dan and Henyo are doing the
Brand new review show.
review show.
Yeah, the reviews.
Yes, that's tomorrow morning as well. So if you like looking through, if you want to do Avernus stuff, Avernus Saturday morning cartoon Avernus stuff, followed by review show of D&D of like different TTRPG modules and stuff. So that's all happening. Also, if you want to support Variant Roles to keep the lights on and all this stuff, go and support them on Patreon and follow them on Twitch and Twitter at Variant Roles. With that, let's get going. Have a good weekend. Don't forget to love it, everyone. And we'll see you all next week for a ball.
We're gonna have a ball.
We're having a ball.